film, you know that he isn't an easy guy to forget. If you haven't, you'll soon see why. Please welcome Mr. T.
This is Mongolian Mindset, and today we're going to be typing Mr. T for one of our moderators. They asked for us to type him, so we'll be looking at him. Comment below what you think Mr. T's personality type is. We'll be using Linda Barrens Temperament plus interaction style combined with cognitive function to figure out his real personality type. And we are still doing the free typing sessions, man. People are charging for those. We do those absolutely free because we care about the community. We care about the people. We take our time. We take at least 30 to an hour. You're able to ask any questions you want. Pretty much freely open to you guys. Like we said, we really care about growing the community, growing our group, and pushing forward to the top. And I will be we dropped the video, 5 ways to take your personality from well shit to prodigy level. We'll be dropping 5 more soon. I just have to go over those. I take my time with those because I really want to make sure that we get those right. So no matter who you are, no matter what your type is, no matter where you are in life, you can ascend and you can keep growing. I'll be going over those. So I look forward to seeing you guys' growth, and yeah, keep it up, guys. And so let's go see what the monkeys at Personality Database or Well Shit has. They have Mr. T as an ENTJ. Okay, so we have the metrics here for ENTJ. ENTJs are direct, they're outcome focused, they're initiating, they're systematic, they're abstract, they're pragmatic, they're TEFI and SENI. If he meets those metrics, we'll call Mr. T a ENTJ. Okay, we have our metrics here, and as we get them, we'll just be going ahead and knocking them off for Mr. T, okay? But let's do this. And comment below what you think Mr. T's type is. We got a lot of fucking jury on.
You make an impressive entrance. Before we get started, you were so frightening in that motion picture. And have you acted before, or was that just you we were watching there?
Well, the character calls to be hungry, and I've been hungry all my life, so it wasn't a problem. That's why I wear these combat boots, because it's symbolic of my struggle. I'm born in the ghetto and raised.
Symbolic of my struggle. Symbolism is abstraction, so we're gonna go ahead and put that down. Symbolism is abstraction, okay?
It's on welfare, so that's what sort of the character was about.
Yeah.
A lot of people mistake him for being mean and hateful. He don't hate, he's just hungry. He's been pushed aside so long. Here he's the #1 challenger, and still he don't get a shot at the title, so that makes the guy mad.
Yeah.
So that's where I've been lost a lot of jobs and things like that.
What kind of jobs were you like secretarial work? I'm guessing is out. That's you don't. Just a joke. Yeah. Now
that's why I'm squeezing his ball, because so I won't get too mad. I was mad last week.
All right, so he just initiated that.
I was supposed to come on, and I'm a very impatient guy. A lot of things I could be doing. So I come here. I said, so in case he get to telling them corny jokes, I'm gonna squeeze his ball. If I squeeze the ball too many times, if you see me squeeze the ball over 10 times, that means cut the jokes. I done squared about 6 times already.
Oh shit.
If I squeeze the ball, then that means cut the jokes. That's an if this then that. We're gonna hit up for TI there.
6.
And we do have video breakdowns of the cognitive functions. Just go to the playlist, cognitive function breakdown, and it has all of them. So that would go into the reference of synergisms, and those are TI statements that show deductive reasoning.
6. So we have 6 over here. Now you're just. Let's explain what happened last week. You were scheduled to be on the show, and we ran out of time. I know what it was. It was the elevator races.
Right. It really made me mad.
Really? Were you actually angry about that?
Oh, I'm very mad. Some man, I believe in, see like the tattoo on my arm, TCB, I believe in taking care of business. I came here to do the show. Mr. T do not like to wait for nothing.
Yo, I swear to God, my buddy has said that same thing. Jerry does not like to wait for nothing. So funny. We'll see if he's the same type as Jerry. He sounded like Jerry. I may have to play a clip of Jerry talking, but he's sounding like fucking Jerry.
Nobody.
Well, let me just apologize for any inconvenience, and we're glad that you didn't squeeze it again, did you?
That's 8 times. You got 2 more times.
8 times.
It's okay. It's okay because he's paying me for it, so it's all right.
That's right. Yeah.
It's okay because he's paying me for it. That's interest, okay? Once he gets out of the situation, we hit him for interest there.
Once I'm getting paid for it, so I need the money to help buy the mother a house and to help build a community center for the kids in Chicago.
Oh Lord, we got some affiliative. Oh no. What you trying to do, boy? We got some affiliative FE here, some big FE affiliative.
My mother a house and to help build a community center for the kids
Community center.
in Chicago, for less fortunate people in Chicago.
Less fortunate people.
That's what I'm about. So
That's what I'm about.
the money I get on these shows, and I save the money and give to the people who really need it. A lot of people are out of work and don't have jobs, so they can use the money.
Now let me.
Oh God, that's FE and affiliative and outcome. Oh Lord, he's looking just like fucking Jerry. Jerry's an ENFJ.
For people who may not, do we want to take a look at the movie now, or do we have time? We'll do it after the commercial. Okay, for people who may not have seen the film yet, and as I mentioned before, you did an outstanding job because the character is very frightening. Do you know what the clip is here, Mr. T, what we're going to look at?
No, I think it might be the scene with this at the steps when they're giving him a...
Right. They're giving Rocky an award, and Mr. T sort of interrupts in the proceedings. And take a look at the monitors here, and at home, as always, use the TV. Very, very impressive. Now, we have just a brief amount of time. We're going to go away for a commercial. We'll be back, and I want to talk about your name. First of all, is that your real name?
If Pope John Paul II was coming, would you ask him what his real name was?
Well...
If Pope John Paul was to come in, would you ask him that?
But you have to admit, it's an interesting name, Mr. T.
Right, well, I changed it because I wasn't given respect before. You know, people have a tendency to always constantly call a man boy. For what reason, I don't know why. You know, so I changed my name to Mr. T, so the first word out of everybody's mouth would be Mr. That's a sign of respect.
Now, do you have a first name?
My first name is Mr. My middle name is that period. My last name is the T.
Coming out very direct.
Pause, and we'll be right back with Mr. T.
Taking care of business.
Welcome back to the show. Mr. T is with us, and you mentioned before that this was your first acting part, and you don't really consider yourself to be an actor now, do you?
Right, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, a lot of people, they sort of get offended because I don't sign autographs. And let me explain to everybody. I consider myself a bodyguard. I'm a full-time bodyguard and a part-time actor. Bodyguard, and I feel my self-worth. I like protecting people. I know I can make more money.
I like protecting people. If you know, that's what Jerry's all about. I'm not even lying to you. We can go to a fucking club, and I swear to God, I'd be like, Jerry, I gotta piss. I don't give a fuck where we at. Jerry gonna clear that bitch out. I don't give a fuck if you in that damn toilet peeing. You gonna get the fuck out of that bitch. Okay? That's how Jerry is. I'm not even kidding. Like, when I've noticed when I'm out with Jerry and I give him like hey Jerry, we need to do this, his eyes light up. Like his inner eyes light up, and Jerry's like on a mission. Kind of like what he's talking about here. Jerry loves being a bodyguard.
Movies, but
I always fuck with him, telling him he's my what did I say? Fucking damn head of security. I always tell him he's my head of security.
About bodyguard, and therefore that's why I don't sign autographs. I might be somewhere protecting somebody, and somebody run up to me asking me for the autograph. They might get killed. So I don't want them involved with that.
They might get killed. That is a possibility. They might get killed. Consequences.
Says the truth.
Yeah. Who are some of the people that you were?
That's the truth. T.I.
currently guarding,
Well,
or your most recent client?
you know. Yes, you do.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the reason why I say that
You can't
because no, it's understood. Everybody just about in the world know who I've been protecting, but I don't like to
That sounds initiating there. You just initiated that.
keep throwing all them big names around because everybody I protect is important. I protect the welfare, mothers, children, people who couldn't even afford my salary. So I get tired of throwing around the big name people I protect. Everybody I protect are special and famous to me because their life is something special.
Now,
Uh-oh, that's some affiliative FE shit, boy.
before you got into bodyguarding, you worked as a bouncer in some clubs in Chicago?
I'm glad you brought that up. I worked on the door. There's a difference between a bouncer and a doorman. A bouncer is the type of guy, he
Clarification, bouncing the doorman. I'm going to clarify and define TI.
really gets off on physically putting his hand on people. I don't.
Yeah.
I consider myself a security specialist at the door. That's different. You know.
Security specialist. Have you ever had to rough somebody up though? I mean, you try and reason with them first, right?
No, I'm like I said, I don't try to put a lot of emphasis on roughing people up and things like that. If I get a guy out peacefully, I've done my job. I don't like putting my
If I get a guy peacefully, then I've done my job. TI. Outcome.
hands on nobody because I don't like nobody putting their hands on me. You know, I just try to use a little tact and diplomacy. That's all.
So say somebody is causing disturbance and you go over
Diplomacy is an NF thing. Diplomacy, NF thing, not the NF diplomacy.
there and you can't talk them into
Special
leaving,
skill
then
of
what do you
them.
do?
Oh, I might buy him another drink because I really try to avoid trouble. Really, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I try to make my job easy as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not into this physical thing or this macho thing. A lot of guys, they into that. They might see me walking down the street. You don't look so tough to me because they have this thing they got to prove. I don't have nothing to prove to anybody. You know, they can say what they want about my hairstyle, my earrings, all that.
They, SSE. Okay, he's an SENI user. Stop playing with Mr. T.
As long as they don't touch me, I'm fine. You know, they fine, rather.
Yeah, Can I ask you about your, since you mentioned your hairstyle and your jewelry and so forth?
Right. I'm glad you brought that up. The hairstyle is not punk rock. It's not Mohegan Indians because a lot of people relate it to the Mohegan Indians because that's all they know. There's a tribe in Africa that calls themselves the Mandinka warriors. They wear their hair in this fashion. They wear feathered earrings. They wear diamond and gold. They wear the finest there is, and I'm proud to be a descendant of the people. And that's the reason why I wear this here.
I'm affiliative to my tribe, descendant of those people.
Changes in gold is symbolic of my struggle because
Symbolic of my struggle, abstract again. He's going to symbolism.
ancestors, we was brought over here, we was shackled by our wrists and our necks and ankles. But now I turn those shackles into gold, and that offends people. People ask me and say, do that gold get heavy? Nobody asks my ancestors, did those changes get heavy on their neck? You know? But it bothers them because they know the gold is valuable. But that's the reason why I wear the gold and the earrings and diamonds.
It's an interesting story that a man working as a bodyguard and a security specialist in bars in Chicago gets to be, actually, you pretty well steal the movie. How do you make that jump from whatever you do there and talking people out of causing trouble to being in a major motion picture?
Just being hungry, you know what you want to do, and first of all, I'm so thankful to
Knowing what you want to do, that's an NI statement.
God that I had the opportunity. I am successful because I believe in God, and God is in my life. That's why I'm successful. I'm not bad, I'm not tough, I'm not rough, I'm not nothing. I'm just thankful to God. That's why I'm successful. But it's being hungry. You got to be hungry. Then working with a guy like Sylvester Stallone, he's a perfectionist.
But how did you get the job? I mean, there's plenty of hungry folks here, but...
Yeah, well, you got to be, you know, when you being talented. See what it is. See, I knew I could act a long time ago. When I was in first grade, my teacher used to always tell me, why don't you stop acting the fool, stop acting the clown. So if I knew if I could act the fool and act the clown, I can act anything, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I've been acting
If I can
all
act
my
the
life.
fool and act the clown, then I can act anything. That's a
Just
shitty
that now
TI statement.
People begin to pay me for it.
Yeah.
And pay me.
You're going to pay me for it, that's interest.
All right. But back to your question, you know, like I said, it was
This motherfucker initiating all over the
that
place.
I had an opportunity. So I took advantage of it. I trained real hard. We trained for 6 months, and we filmed for 2 months.
But let me go back to because there's got to be people all across America thinking, gee, I could have played a fighter in a movie without a great deal of experience. But you brought more to it than that. You did a fine acting job. But how do you get the job? How did you go up and introduce yourself, or did Stallone know about you? Or
no, they saw me
did you
on
audition?
Well, I first met Sylvester Stallone in 1978 when he came into the dressing room. Leon Spinks out. They lost to Ali. But they saw me on this contest games people play. America's Toughest Bouncer contest. I had just won it the second time, and I was standing there being interviewed, and the casting director at the time was turning the channel, and she just stopped. She said, hey, this guy's different, and he can talk.
Yeah.
So they called me up, and I boxed Sylvester Stallone 2 rounds in October 80. He called me back for a screen test, and we did the screen test. He'll tell you that I was the only one of over 1,200 guys who auditioned for the part. I was the only one who auditioned about a 10-page script without looking at it. You know, and he said that impressed him.
Yeah.
Among other things that I did.
Yeah. Well, very impressive person. What are we going to do here? We're gonna pause. We'll come back. You can stick around for a few more minutes, can't you, sir?
Sure, as long as you pay me.
Sure, as long as you pay me. Interest.
Let's see what we can come up with. We're going to pause. We'll be back right after this. Mighty impressive. Thank you, gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Ron Howard will be joining us. This, of course, is Mr. T from the motion picture Rocky III. We have time for just a couple of quick questions. I know you mentioned that you're making your living as a bodyguard now, and but if somebody came up with another movie part, you'd certainly take that, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, it's got to be the right parts. You know, been too many. I don't get involved in no black exploitation movies, no dope dealing movies, no pimp roles, things like that. And I tell them if they want to be in other movies, give me the type of roles that you give Charleston Heston. Give me a.
Okay, so he just listed a whole bunch of negative roles that he's not going to be part of because he's not going to bring down culture. Let's go back to that.
You'd certainly take that, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, it's got to be the right parts. You know, been too many. I don't get involved in no black exploitation movies, no dope dealing movies.
No
pimp roles, things like that.
Pimp roles.
And I tell them if they want to be in other movies, give me the type of roles that you give Charleston Heston.
Give me
a Moses part in the Red Sea and the Ten Commandments. Give me a Ben-Hur, because I am talented enough to play them type of roles. So I just won't get involved with just no trashy stuff.
Have you been offered some pretty good things, or are you looking at things?
Well, I'm taking my time. I want to have control of my destiny. They bring me a lot of things, but I'm not really.
I want to have control of my destiny. That's NI.
You know.
Do you have an agent, a manager, and so forth now?
Well, believe it or not, really I don't, because a long time ago they told me, say, Mr. T, you ain't hot enough. We don't want to take stars, so I tell them I'm too hot for them now.
And you have a book that you've written?
Right, well, I'm playing with publishers now because, again, a long time ago they said, we don't want to hear no book about you. Now everybody come, oh, you still got that book? We want it now. The book is called Mr. T, the Bodyguard, and I go in detail in explaining why that I am the best bodyguard there is, and explaining why I'm the best is because that I consider myself a kamikaze pilot when it comes to bodyguarding. They were dedicated to their country. I'm dedicated to my client. If there's a gun in the room, I will take the bullet. If there's a knife, I will be stabbed. So I don't fear death. That's the reason why I'm the best. And in my book, I go into detail and explain all that. And also I explain that everybody needs a bodyguard, whether you can afford one or not. Because all the time a crime is committed, it has nothing to do with money. There might be people that just don't like you, or for whatever reason. A lot of people out there don't like me. I deal with that. You know.
Now, do you need a bodyguard, do you think?
God protects me. That's why I don't fear nothing, or worry, or hate, or whatever. You know.
It's a fascinating way to make a living, and I hope you get another really good part that you're interested in doing. And thank you for being here. And I'm sorry about the mix-up last week. We're okay now, aren't we?
No, that's okay, because you said we're gonna pay me for it, so it's all right.
Yeah, okay.
You still gonna pay me for it? That's interest. All right, so that video's done. We got enough. Let's see what we got here. We got enough to close out. Affiliative. This guy's affiliative. Shocking. I know. This guy is a TI user. FE. Okay. He's SENI. Okay. So with that, affiliative, SENI, and TIFE, damn, just with that alone, if you get affiliative and SENI, you're only down to 2 types, NFJ. So we're looking at either an INFJ or an ENFJ, okay? If someone's affiliative, and they know what they fucking want, you're down to 2 fucking types off rip. It's like the same as you find somebody who is pragmatic and SINE. You find those two, you're down to 2 types off rip, ENTP and INTP. So let's get into the Howard Stern one.
I'm black and I'm back. All right, come back to finish the job. You know I'm the man. All right, I hope you're ready for me, Howard. I heard you ripping up the other Hollywood stars or celebrity or whatever. They can't handle you, but I'm the man. You know it.
Hey, all right, fuck that. I gotta play it. Jerry got to be played, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play Jerry just sending me messages talking shit, and you tell me if he don't sound exactly like that man. Let's see. Let's scroll. Let's see. Let's go.
You simple bitch! I gotta make smart decisions, you motherfucker. Now I have to keep my fucking record straight now because you already know because of CDL shit. I gotta keep myself together and all this type of shit. But anyway, long story short, I'm still a motherfucking beast. I'm still a motherfucking animal. I'm still a motherfucking yardman. I'm still a motherfucking all that shit. Bitch.
That's fucking Jerry, bro. That's fucking Jerry. This is Jerry.
Take that goddamn shit out your damn mouth and talk, you bitch. Take that shit out your fucking mouth and talk like a goddamn man, boy. Oh, boy, you just give me the urge to fucking, you piss me off, boy. Hey, you wake up in the morning and just find ways to just piss me the fuck off. And it worked every goddamn time. Oh, shit. I talked to old Mike. Mike told me he said I need to come back and take that crown, you know, tomorrow, because I'm just sick of this shit, man. Hey, I gotta show the big dog. You know what? Vegeta, that big nigga that be with Vegeta. He said, man, Vegeta big nigga ain't with him. So you know what I'm saying? You need to do something. No, yeah. I'm coming back for it, you bitch. I'm coming back.
That's fucking Jerry. Okay, does he sound like Mr. T? Fuck yes, he does. Oh my God, spitting image and Jerry is affiliative as fuck.
Boost up the ratings again.
Sometimes I fuck with him sometimes and call him a cuck. But he's always like, Mercer, you can't do that to that girl. You shouldn't talk to so many girls. I'm like, Jerry, shut your fucking affiliative ass up before I fucking hurt you.
And Howard, we can do it. All right, where my chair? Where my room?
Yeah, he sounds just like fucking Jerry.
Oh, right here. All right. Oh yeah, y'all done. Hey man, what kind of man? All this sex and nudity stuff, man. What kind of crap is this? Look at here. Where's my picture? You know.
He's all the sex and the nudity. What is all this?
Where is my picture? You got all this slutty stuff here, man. Wow, you got the midget wrestling the Playboy bunny. I seen that the other day. Man, what kind of, whew, man. All right, you New York, Mr. T is here. All right. Yes, indeed. Hey, lucky it's raining today, because I was gonna go to Central Park and look for them muggers that was messing with them ladies a little while back, you know. That's what I was gonna do.
Mess with the muggers that was messing with them old ladies while the F.E. affiliative motherfucker.
It's raining, wasn't no muggers around, so I just came straight to your show, Howard. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm healthy. God is great. Thank you, God. Thank you. All right. Where's Howard? Where is Howard?
Fucking Jerry, bro. Jerry 2.0, bro. What the fuck?
I can tell everybody, never offer Mr. T coffee because you wouldn't offer Mr. Coffee tea. Get it? That's a joke.
I got it.
All right, because Mr. Coffee is Jody Maggio. No, I got my own water. You know, right. Got my special New York water.
All this SE.
Wow, there it is. No name water. All right.
I understand. We'll let Howard know that you hear.
Mm-hmm. I'll be getting ready, brother.
All right.
Ooh, boy, yes. I got the energy, brother. I'm the man. That's what the T stand for. Time. Timeless. All right. Yes, sir-ree. We're gonna rock it. Brother. Yes, sir-ree. Get a shot of that. Bang! Wham! Is that camera strong enough? Whoa! Man, that's enough.
Hi, Mr. T.
Yes, sir.
What brings you back to the show today?
Well, me and Howard got a thing. We got to at least talk once a year. you know, because you know that I'm healthy, living and whatnot, you know, because I was here last year and I hadn't been in a while, hadn't been in about 3 or 4 years before I got here last year, but now I'm back. So it's another health report, you know, I'm getting better and stuff like that, and a lot of things happening.
I noticed when you walked in here, you were a little taken back by some of the pictures in here.
Yeah, man, definitely. What kind of man? Wow. You ain't got no really decent picture. You know what I mean?
Which ones would
You ain't got no decent picture.
No, I ain't got, wow, man. No, you ain't got no picture with nothing. Wow, everything is freaky like, you know? Man. You know, because you know my rep and everything is with the kids. You know,
My rep is with the kids.
I can't even line up, so this is the best lineup I can get. I don't want to be lined up by no naked dude, nobody doing something in the bathroom and all this stuff. Mr. T gonna stay right here, so the background you see is New York. I love New York, New York, New York. Man, I tell you, I'm excited. I'm excited. God is great. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, yes. See, I'm a Christian, you see. God, you know. Yes. Yes. All right. Definitely.
Bro, he reminds me so much of fucking Jerry. Is fucking crazy.
All right. Without a doubt, he's the man.
Look at that. There's Mr. T.
Yo, the worst thing about Jay is his SI trickster is ridiculous. This man, I swear to God, for like at least a year, my schedule is always the fucking same. It's always the same. He would call me on a Wednesday, hey bro, you off? Bro, you know I work Sunday through Thursday. That shit ain't changed for 2 years, motherfucker. He'll call me, yo, I'm just checking to see if you off. Monday, I seen a whole bunch of people outside at this one place, man. You off? Motherfucker, I done told you my schedule for he'll call me every fucking week with that shit. That's how tricks are like a motherfucker.
He's angry already.
Hi, Robin.
He's already angry. Mr. T, how are you?
Yes, sir.
I swear to God, you could tell that motherfucker something in 5 minutes, like 30 seconds later, that motherfucker will forget it.
Jackie, everybody cool now?
It's already sweating.
Yes, sir.
Are you pissed already?
Sir, huh?
You always get pissed off.
No, not yet. But first, I want to just take a couple seconds just to, thank God, for my life being alive and whatnot,
He initiated.
going, fighting the cancer, doing that. Then I want to thank my mother for
Did you hear
hanging
that
in there.
discussion we had about you before you came in?
What's that about?
Not having
not having cancer.
Yeah, I know. But we're gonna get in there. Just give me a couple seconds. I want to thank a couple people, Howard. And then I don't
How come
care.
you're not
Academy Award.
How come you're not an Allah guy? You know?
But I ain't
I'm
man.
surprised you never did the Muslim thing.
See, man, you cut
He's
me
a
off, man.
Christian.
I thought you were gonna allow me a
How come you
couple
went to
seconds.
Krishna?
You gonna allow me a couple seconds to
Christian,
think.
not
Howard,
Christian.
Howard
He was like a
Robin.
Jesus guy.
Howard Robin, y'all gonna allow me a couple seconds to think. Thanks a couple people, please.
Yeah.
All right.
But
All right.
I object to this. This is not an award show.
Yeah, you think you won the Academy Award?
No, that's what makes it different. Because,
I dig
like I
you,
said,
man.
I know because, I've been through a lot. A lot of people been by my side. Like I said, I want to thank God, thank my mother.
Right.
I want to thank my doctors at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, Dr. Gregory Sana, my oncologist, and his nurse. Miss Brown.
What the hell's hanging from your neck today?
Oh yeah, that's my.
gotta thank your jeweler.
That's my medallion. See, I've trimmed down the gold. Less is more. I can wear 1 ring, 7 earrings in my gold watch. That's diamonds, all that, because
Look at that ring.
my time is expensive.
Right.
Sorry, Howard. I want to thank a couple more people. I thank my doctor,
ahead.
my oncologist, Gregory Sana.
Your gynecologist.
My oncologist, Dr.
Oh.
Fool Howard,
He just think that's gynecologist.
Then I want to thank my internist, Dr. Robert Hazinga,
Right.
Let me see, all right, yes, I did that. Yeah, I want to thank my right-hand man, my caregiver, my care man, who take care of me back in L.A., Paul Sansone,
Who's that?
He's my man,
What does he do for you?
What do he do? Hey, man,
Well,
he
calm
give
down
me
for a
food,
second.
he give me food, man, he's a good friend. Matter of fact,
FE.
he's my only friend.
Is this the guy?
Wait a minute.
Paul
What about
Sansone.
those people here? You were here with
Oh,
the last
What
shit.
happened to the white broad, the Jewish broad who was taking
No,
care of you?
she's in Israel. We were writing the
Israel?
book together.
Yeah.
You're not friends with her anymore?
No, well, she's.
Why are you yelling?
We were writing the book together.
Dude, I'm trying to talk to you.
So we were writing the book.
Right.
Anyway, I want to thank Paul.
Oh, you were
Paul,
living in
thank
her
you,
house.
brother.
She's not a friend?
Huh? No, I was staying in the house because my house was being, painted because I was going to chemo. I couldn't, be around the stuff and mess up
What
my
we
immune
heard
system,
was, Mr. T,
All right,
clear
but
this
I mean,
up.
I got
Clear
a
this
couple
up.
of people to thank, man.
Go ahead.
Come on, Howard, man.
Finish
Wow.
with the interview.
Yeah, man.
But I want to interview you.
Yeah, I know we're gonna do
We're
that.
gonna run out of time.
You're not allowing me to thank the people, man. Then we can get into the jokes and all that.
Yeah, but
crazy
nobody
stuff,
knows those people.
Huh?
Nobody knows
I
those
know,
people.
and they help me, and I want them to, and I want to let them know I'm appreciative to that, because Hey, Paul, you came through when I needed you the most, brother.
But it's not
Thank you so much.
interesting.
Huh?
It's not interesting.
Bro, I swear to God, did done that shit. It's like
Because he took care of me, you know, and I love your mother, Paul. She's a sweet lady. That's Paul Sanso, Gilbert Air. Thank you, brother. And who else? All right, Larry Jones, TV
killing
man.
me.
All right, you know, and then wow. Okay, I'll think about him later. You got me fired up.
that's the SI tricks are kicking in. Here it go.
Love your mother, Paul. She's a sweet lady. That's Paul Sanso, Gilbert Air. Thank you, brother. And who else? All right, Larry Jones, TV
killing
man.
me.
All right, you know, and then okay, I'll think about him later. You got me fired up. All right, come on, Howard, let's
Mr.
go.
T,
You know.
Mr. T.
You know? Oh, yeah, I want to say hi to my daughter, Lisa. Congratulations, she's getting married. And for the marriage, and for her marriage gift, I'm giving her $500,000.
Is that true?
That's true. That's
All right.
my daughter. She's my
I heard
firstborn.
you were- I heard-
She's my firstborn.
I heard-
And I want to say hi to my son in L.A., T. Jr. Be good, my man. All
What
right,
does he
love
do
you.
for a living?
Huh?
What does he do for a living?
He just be my son.
Really?
He just be my son.
Does he work?
No, he's 14 years old.
Oh, okay. And he lives in California?
Yes.
And where do you live?
I live in California.
Oh, you live with him?
Wow.
I don't know if you do.
I know you don't know.
I don't know your situation.
I know you don't. That's why we're going to find out. We're going to rock and roll this morning,
You
Howard.
still married?
Huh?
You're not married.
Never been married. Man, come on,
How do you
man.
have all these children?
Huh?
How did you get all these kids?
Man, this shit just hilarious. It's fucking Jerry, bro. Like, god damn.
You know, a lot of times they just adopt me because they know Mr. T is a charitable guy. That's why, you know, when I told last
Charitable guy.
year,
But
a
these are
lot
your-
of women, that's why a lot of women claim that they had babies by me because they know I take care of my children.
But
See,
these
my
are-
daughter get married. She's my firstborn, $500,000 wedding gift. So that'll help her buy a little stuff around the house.
You're not kidding.
I love you, Lisa.
Wow.
Be good. That's
Wow,
my daughter.
wow,
right?
wow.
Mr. T's daughter. Bang. All right, I love her.
Can you get cancer from yelling?
That probably.
Did you ever think of that?
I don't know, Howard, but I'm feeling good. That's why I thank God because I've been through a
Is
lot
the
and all that
cancer
stuff, you know.
gone?
Huh?
Is the cancer gone?
No, you know, like I told you last year, we have a rare cancer. We still fighting it, Howard. As a matter of fact, next month we celebrating 5 years of fighting it. I'm much stronger than I was before. And when 95, when I was diagnosed, I was a little weak. I was on the ropes. 96, I was on the rope, almost down for the count. But I got up, Howard. I kept my faith in God.
Is OJ guilty?
Stayed strong, huh?
Is OJ guilty?
I'm not here to talk about OJ.
Wait a minute.
How come black guys can't answer that
I'm here.
question?
Let me tell you something. You know, I wasn't there. What did the judge and jury say? Case closed.
Right.
I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm here to talk about Mr. T and TVland.com. You know what we're here to talk about? Because we're looking for the ultimate fan search. Mr. T's a cyber
lose
host.
weight.
Interest outcome.
Huh?
What?
A lot of people with cancer lose weight.
Yeah.
What they say?
Yeah, how come you have cancer and you haven't lost weight?
Well, because like I told you, Howard, you know,
You look bigger than
God
ever.
is blessing me.
Right,
You know,
right.
that's what it is. I got my faith in God. I'm stronger now, and that's what it's all about. My faith is strong. I'm strong in the spirit.
All right,
you
let me
know?
ask you this.
See, that's why I'm going out and doing to let people know you got cancer. You don't quit. Remember last year I told you about Lance Armstrong?
Yes.
Then he won.
Yes.
He won again this year. My hero Lance. Then I like the other guy from the Atlanta Braves, the big cat Andres Gagaraga. Well, you know his name. You know, he's my man. I love you, man, because he inspires people with cancer. That's what I try to do. Let people know it ain't the end of the world. You know, see a lot of people get frightened because they worry about what society think of them. You know,
Right, right.
I don't give 2 cents about society. You know,
Right, right.
I don't care 2 cents about
I'm
society.
living. That's why I'm living and getting strong. I ain't worried about what somebody saying. Ooh, Mr. T got cancer. We might not have it. No, man. I'm black.
let me ask you this.
I'm big. I'm bad. I'm black, and I'm back.
There are
I'm
those.
back, Howard.
Let me interview you.
All right, I'm back.
All right. There are those out there who
Oh,
say.
let me wipe my brow. Wipe my brow.
All right. There are those out there, not me.
I know Howard because you wouldn't say that. I know you.
I wouldn't. I don't think you're a phony.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Go ahead, Howard.
Go ahead, Howard. All right, man. That's it, man. We got to have Mr. T as an ENFJ here. He's initiating. Okay, ENFJs are initiating. They're abstract. They're interest based. They know what they get out of a situation. They know they care about people's motives, people focused, whatever you want to call it. He's direct. He's direct in the conversation. He's affiliative. He cares about doing the right thing, community, all that. Jimmy Jazz. That's why he didn't care. He wasn't too fond of the porn being in there. He's outcome focused. He's all about the end product, no progression really. He's SENI. He has a vision for himself. It's talking about they, you, all those people in the environment. He's talking third person. And he's a TIFE user. Okay, huge FE. That's why he was in there thanking all those people. Think. I got to make these people feel good. I'm a slave to making people feel good. So we have Mr. T as an ENFJ. I'm gonna go with 8. Enneagram, and I'm gonna say he's above average. Mr. T, I'm gonna put him as above average. I don't think he's prodigy. I think he's above average. Seems, because to me, bodyguarding can get you away from using TI inferior here. Jerry does that a lot. He gets little odd jobs to stay away from thinking much. I keep telling him that he's got to level up. So I'm gonna go with 8W9 probably. And if anything, he is a. Let's go through this. Seems though he's an 8 counter, so that's gonna be 8 social. And what it says for 8 social, I haven't read out this book in a while, but I figured I might start doing that again because we are going to be doing breakdowns of all these in the future, and it's a lot of work. I'm gonna be quite pissed off, but doing this, but whatever. I read this for you guys. The social 8 is the countertype of the 8 social type. Social 8s represent a contradiction. The 8 archetype rebels against social norms, but the social 8 is also oriented towards protection and loyalty. They express lust and aggression in the service of life and other people. This person is social, antisocial. In contrast of self-preserving 8, social 8s are more loyal, more overtly friendly, and less aggressive. They are helpful 8s, people who are nurturing, protective, and concerned with the injustices that happen to people. They also display anti-social aspects with regard to the rules of society. Narangio explains that symbolically this character represents the child who became tough or violent in protecting his mother against his father. This is someone who bands together with the mother and goes against the patriarchal power, and all that is associated with it. Violence out of solidity. Archetypically, this character represents the child who has given up on getting love from the father and allied with the mother against him. Social 8s are very sensitive to detecting situations in which people are being prosecuted or exploited by others that hold more power. When they detect this kind of thing, they tend to act to protect those who are less powerful. Karl Marx, the champion of work solidity and outspoken critic of capitalism, may have been a social 8. Overall, this 8 appears more mellow and outgoing and less quick to anger than the other 8s. They tend to rebel in less obvious ways. They are very active, and they may lose themselves through constantly being in action. They may display a disappropriate lust for projects or for collecting things. Socially, social 8s like the power of a group offers, and they may have difficulty engaging in more individualized relationships. In extreme cases, this 8 can tend to be towards megalomania. In close relationships, they may display a lack of commitment to the partner that has an unconscious fear of abandonment. In becoming a protector at too young an age, these 8s typically lose consciousness of their needs for love and care. While people with this 8 subtype develop a strong ability to care for and protect others, they unconsciously give up on their own need for love and replace it with a compensatory movement towards power and pleasure. It generally is hard for an 8 to make their love needs conscious, and while they can seem softer or calmer than the other 8, social 8s also have a blind spot where their own needs for love and protections are concerned. This 8 often doesn't look like an 8. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, we're gonna go. Male social 8s can look like type 9s, and female social 8s may resemble type 2s. However, these 8s can be distinguished from 9s and 2s because they act in more direct, powerful ways, engage more readily in conflict, and express more powerful and control in seeking to protect and support other people. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna go with Mr. T here. Above average, ENFJ. Social. Okay. But comment below if you have fun with this one. I know I had fun with it. It was literally hilarious listening to this guy. Sounds like fucking Jerry. But this is Mongolian Mindset, and we are out.